So you all set?
Almost, yeah.
Okay, you home for dinner?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Great.
You know I want to be here.
Well, I should think so.
I'll see you tonight, love.
Okay. Oh, no, I might be contagious. Well, maybe on the forehead.
Are you sure?
Yes.
See you then.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You feel better. Bye.
Why?
I wish you hadn't bought that place in New York.
Oh, come on, bear with me just a little while longer. Once it's making lots of money, I'm going to sell it.
You mean it?
I mean it.
Okay.
See you tonight.
Hurry back.
May I help you? Yeah, tell Miss St. John I'd like to speak to her when she's free.
Would you excuse me just a moment, please? Thank you. See if you can help that woman find something that she likes, and I'll speak with Mr. Lavery.
She comes in here almost every day. She hasn't bought anything yet.
Maybe you'll have some luck with her.
Okay.
This is a very pleasant surprise.
Is it?
This is going to be a pleasant surprise.
Depends.
You're rather monosyllabic this morning.
I'm sorry. I've given a great deal of thought to what I have to say.
And?
And you're right. I do need help with the family business.
I thought it was clearly understood that family business would be conducted at the Club Duke office. Or is this a social visit, Mr. Lavery?
This is business.
I figured as much.
I didn't want to take Olivia away from her gallery.
A somewhat public place for discussions, don't you think?
Excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but Gallery Olivia will be closing now. We'll open back up this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. Please come back.
I won't hear of it. It goes against every principle I believe in.
I thought these decisions were up to me.
Not in this case. Not where it concerns my daughter.
Father.
Come here. I want you to hear this. It seems that you've convinced Duke here to allow you to work with him as his partner.
Thank you, Duke.
Tell him where we were this morning.
Is that necessary?
Tell him.
We visited Julian's grave.
Yes. We stood there looking down at his grave, knowing that all the time there was another grave just a few yards further off. The grave of my other son, also your brother, Olivia.
I know.
You know? And do you know what it's going to feel like for me to wait for the day when I'm standing in the cemetery again, looking down at your grave?
That won't happen, Father.
Why not? Why not, sweetheart? Why won't it happen? Julian thought it could never happen to him, but it did.
I think I can involve Olivia in the business with a minimum risk to her safety.
That's not good enough.
I need someone to help me, Victor. Someone who understands the intricacies of the way the family works. I think Olivia is that person.
I told you before, it's not for you to decide.
Well, in that case, sir, there's a breach of faith, and such a breach releases me from my commitment.
I can't believe you would walk away from this.
You want to watch me?
Please give me the chance to use myself to my full capacity, Father. Give us both the chance. I know that together, Duke and I will never disappoint you.
I have to think. You'll hear from me by the end of the day.
Thank you, Duke, for your faith in me.
I didn't think he'd be too happy about it.
It was a showdown that had to come. He'll decide for me. It'll be difficult for him, but he knows you're right.
I told your father from the very beginning I wouldn't sacrifice Anna and Robert to the family business because I love them both too much for that.
Why are you telling me this?
If you're going to be my partner, I think it's something you should know.
Fair enough.
And you and I will work together to legitimize the family business.
You'll need me to accomplish that.
I realize that. That's why we're here.
I understand.
And then we can discuss our various areas of responsibility after your father gets back to us, of course.
Anything you want from me, I'll do for you. Anything at all.
They asked for me. Domain Donald Investigations. May I ask who's calling? Oh, hold on. It's Fran Woods.
Oh, hi. Hello, Fran. Yeah. Well, you know I'm not going to be working on your case anymore. I'll be here at the office, yes. Okay. All right, I'll wait here for you then. Yeah. Bye-bye. Should tell Robert. No. I'll wait.
Is that Fran Woods? I thought
Yeah.
you finished that case.
I did. She called earlier. She just sounded so miserable. I thought I'd meet her later. I've been thinking of talking to Robert.
Why? You can't give him very much, can you?
I've got an address. But he just makes me so crazy about this entire case.
Well, I can understand that, but with both of you working separately, there haven't been any major breakthroughs.
I know.
Look, even if he has the address, it's not going to do him much good. Since I assume the woman doesn't live in his jurisdiction, he won't even be able to talk to her.
Well, it's never stopped him before.
All right, then look at it this way. Aside from giving him the address, what else is there?
Nothing. That's the whole thing, you see. We haven't come up with a body. There's no trace of the man. I mean, that's why I gave the case up, really.
Then give him the address. Unless,
Unless what?
Unless you're concerned that this whole business involves Duke.
Hang on.
All right. Forget I said that. If you need any help from me, just holler. I'll be in my office, sir. Why anyone would make her a target, but I better warn her fast.
Oh.
I'll call Felicia from my office, sir.
Please, this was I'm sorry. Come in. It's okay. There's nobody. Can I get you some tea or something?
No, thank you. See, I just came because I wanted to apologize for telling you a lie.
What lie?
See, I was afraid you wouldn't take the case, or that you would go to the police, and I've just been so afraid for me and the children.
Well, you mustn't be afraid.
No, see, you don't understand. Marty isn't a businessman. He's a gangster.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, he never actually told me. We've kept quiet about those kind of things, but you can't be married to a man and not notice things. I mean, hurried trips out of town and phone calls saying that he's going to be late and strange people around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know what gang he might have been involved with?
I think it was a family called the Carters. He would look and read everything that happened to them in the newspaper, and then whenever they would call, he would take the phone in the other room.
Why was he here in Port Charles, do you know?
Yes. He was going to kill somebody.
Who?
I don't know.
And excuse me, I have to leave. I'll explain later.
Okay. Please, calm down. Please, Fran, you mustn't upset yourself over this.
Please. Can't you see if you can find him? See, find something for me. I mean, I'm so afraid that somebody's going to do something to the children or to me. I can't live this way anymore. I just wanted you to know why it was so important to me.
Yes, I will. You keep in touch with me.
Yes, thank you.
I worry about you. Now, you be careful.
Thank you.
Silvio.
Listen, I've just had a visit here from Franworth.
Well, I guess I should be thankful that you called me.
Well, I tried to reach you.
What'd you have to say?
You were right that her husband was involved with the mob and with the Carter gang, and that it was probably a hit.
You know how tedious it is to be right all the time. Well, I guess there's not much I can do about it now. She's probably long gone.
I have an address.
Shoot.
Okay, you got a pencil?
Yes.
It's a little place outside of New Jersey called Plattsville, and she's in Florence Apartments on Gaines Avenue.
Thank you, my dear. I'm now back in business.
Oh, Dick. Please don't be involved in this. To Marty Woods, it was most certainly gang-related, and no doubt involved Carter and the Jerome Watts. So whatever happened to Marty must have happened on the docks behind Duke's place. No, that's not a relevant fact. At least not relevant to linking Duke in with it, and yet... Oh. Come on. Fran is your concern now. But what's her reaction going to be when Robert contacts her? And more important, if she's being watched, what are they going to think of the police being involved? Oh. Robert knows it.
Hi.
What?
I thought I'd just stop by to see your partner and my lover. Oh, I tell you, Anne, I haven't seen him since this morning. It feels like a week.
Must be love.
I've got to remember to ask Duke how in the world he puts up with these irregular hours that all these investigators have. You know, I'm not actually sure, though, I'm going to be able to handle not knowing where Sean is all the time. Does have a good side, though. If he doesn't keep regular hours, then we can just jet off to some wonderful place whenever we feel like it, right?
Oh, yeah. It has its advantages.
So frustrating. You know, I just didn't understand his mood swings all the time. Probably never would have if it wasn't for Robert looking for Cheryl.
Oh, is there still no word on that?
No. You know, but I have to believe about what she said in her note. You know, she said that she was going to be careful. I got to believe she's not going to do anything to put herself in danger.
Well, you know, it is a very good sign that Robert hasn't been able to find out anything about her.
What do you mean?
Sometimes people that are in trouble are easy to find for some reason.
I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that. I mean, maybe she's just out there someplace, just, I don't know, just thinking it all over, and when she comes back, she'll let me give her my kidney.
Oh, yeah. Robert told me about that. My goodness, it's very brave of you.
It's nothing. Nobody needs two kidneys anyway. So maybe my Uncle Horace, you know, he was the black sheep of the family. He drank like a fish. That's two animals. It's two animals. Sufficient animal? I don't know. Anyway, Aunt Josie always said that living with Uncle Horace was like living in a zoo. Oh, I believed it. It was awful. More like a pigsty.
Oh, it's getting very close to your wedding, isn't it? I mean, you can't very well get married from a hospital bed, can you?
You know, that's a $64,000 question. I was going to talk it over with Sean. What in the world is keeping this man? I don't know what's holding him. Turn some heads, wouldn't it?
Getting married in hospital? I would think so.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, I had planned on having a great big, huge, spectacular place for the wedding, you know, and inviting all of the friends and having a party just... It goes on forever. But instead, there I would be in a hospital bed in a beautiful white wedding gown. And Cheryl in the adjoining bed doing her maid of honor duties. That would be so funny, wouldn't it be? It'd make the news. And we could be sitting there sipping ice water out of one of those little bent straws that they always have. Makes you kind of wonder sometimes, doesn't it?
About postponing the wedding?
No, I mean about changes. About how your life either turns out better or worse than what you expected it, but it never, ever turns out the way you expected it to.
Sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you'd wish it to either.
But it has to. My wish has to come true.
Oh, Tiffany! Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. It's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. It's just that I cannot forget that I am the one that caused Cheryl all that pain. And I wish with all my soul that I could do something to make it up to her, that I could give her back what I gave her.
You will. I mean, you said that the note was positive and everything.
I know. I'm sorry. This is absolutely disgusting, carrying on like this. I'm just nervous, you know. We were, we weren't very close for a long time.
I know.
But you know, over these past few weeks, I don't know, I really do love my sister, you know. It's the way it should have been all along, and I didn't. And what really bothers me is because, you know, a year ago, I didn't even really care. I wouldn't have cared at all.
Oh, well, sometimes, you know, it's worthwhile. I mean, even though it hurts a bit more, it's worthwhile.
I understand what you're saying, and I really appreciate your concern. I don't know, words of wisdom always sound comforting, but having loved, it doesn't make the pain worthwhile. I think maybe if you thought of it in terms of maybe if you were losing Duke, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
My makeup is a mess. I don't want Sean seeing me like this. Oh, thank you for putting up with me. I'm sorry.
Maybe one day you'll return the favor.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you?
Hi, Duke. Howie. Very nice to see you. Anna, would you please have Sean call me?
Yes, absolutely. I will.
Thanks,
Yes. Bye-bye.
Did I say something?
Oh, no, it's not you. She's just so worried about Cheryl and everything. I don't know.
Oh, she has been gone quite a while, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's worried about her.
Oh, it took you so long, didn't it?
Lipstick all over you. Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting you here.
Well, I didn't expect to come here, but I was in the club, and, well, it seemed Angel was running things very well, and Terry was singing, all the tables were full, and I thought, well, hell, they don't even need me there, so I'll come over here and spend some time with you.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, why don't you switch your answering machine on and we can go home? You can carry on with business in the morning.
No, I can't do that. I'm waiting for a call, and I can't wait until the morning.
Well, God knows I've asked you to wait for me long enough, so I'll just wait for you.
Well, why don't you go home? I'll be home soon, you see, and I'll meet you there.
No, I won't hear of it. I'll hang around here and wait for you. I'll help you kill time until you get your call. Well, if I remember correctly, you and Sean, you spent a lot of money on fancy answering machines, so why don't you just put them on and we'll go home and you can check in and see if anybody calls you.
Well, yes, I mean, it is a good idea, but I do have to wait, so you just go on home, and I really won't be too long.
You know, it's a pity we can't manage to synchronize our personal lives. Does it ever occur to you it's a shame that Robert wasn't able to link me to Fran Woods?
A shame?
Well, then we'd have something in common in our careers.
Don't ever joke about something like that. I'm out of that case now.
I'm sorry. Oops.
You've got a new key ring. When did you get this? It's cute. Oh, well, she's got good taste, Miss St. John.
It's a decorator's custom.
Oh, yeah. One of the oldest.
No, they give a gift to their clients after they've done large decorating jobs. New York, they do that there.
And then they give engraved key rings to commemorate the gift, I suppose.
Oh, come on, Annie, you're better than that.
If she gave it to you, you don't have to use it.
You know how mean I am. It's very expensive. I'd hate it to go to waste.
Yes, and I'm not sure I like you having all these designing women in your life.
And why didn't... All things considered, I guess I could have knocked first.
Why should you? I find it rather amusing that my wife is accusing me of indiscretions while she's waiting here till all hours of the night for her former husband to show up.
Oh, come on, that's not fair, Duke.
This is the call you were waiting on.
Yes, it is.
This is the reason you wanted me out of the office.
Duke.
At least my business affairs, Anna, are that. Business. Excuse me. Good night, Robert.
Ah, maybe I should have called first.
Yes, you should.
Hey, listen, you've got no right to be angry. I'm the one here with the beef.
Well, what is it?
What is it? It's the Fran Woods address. That's what it is.
Yeah, you checked it out?
Not personally. I sent some people around there with a warrant an hour after I gave them the information.
And?
It was empty. But you want to know what else? The place had been scrubbed clean of any record of there being there. No one can even recall seeing her.
Fran gave me a fake address?
I don't think so. There were no fingerprints, not a one. Everything. Wiped clean. Doorknobs, telephone sets, telephones. There wasn't a print to be had. Listen, why couldn't you have given me this information sooner?
I tried to call.
How long have you had that address?
You couldn't have done any more than I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about mugshots? Can you do that? Maybe showing her IDs to some of Marty's friends, people he used to hang around with?
Didn't you realize that she would have run a mile if she knew that the police were involved? I told you that. We got more information out of her because she trusted me, and she would have been scared to death of you.
All right, well, think about this. If you had have gotten me involved sooner, she would now be securely hidden away in a safe house, along with her children, which is a far more pleasant alternative to the grisly end she might be at now.